Hey, Plant Pals, Mike Kid Gardener, and this is just a look at my outdoor garden on October 8th. It's dipping down into the mid 30s, and we have had a couple frosts, and so I'm just kind of doing a wrap up. So, my marigolds and my zinnias have really shown off. There's my opal basil that's gone to a seed. I'm going to save those seeds. My jalapeno experiment was a success. I've gotten tons and tons of jalapenos. I'll do that again where I just put like 5 or 6 plants into the 30-gallon grow bag and they took off. My wife is doing the recording for me. I was messing around with other things in the garden, and she's showing off that this sad watermelon that I planted decided to, now that it's cold, it wants to vine out, and it's going to be gone in a day or so because the frost will probably kill it. But I'll try again next year. I think I'm going to grow some small watermelons, the sugar babies inside over winter. We'll see. This was the giant Marconi. I pulled those just to make sure the frost didn't get them. So pretty much everything you see here that's left on the plants the next day I came and took everything to make sure the frost didn't kill it. I've harvested a lot of the herbs. I got to come out and harvest more herbs, but herbs do pretty well until hard frost. But I still need to get those out. My center garden thing here with all the different wildflowers and marigold and zinnias and herbs and stuff did great. Again, it's another thing I'll do because it really attracted all the pollinators. A little hard to weed back in there though, but I don't care about that. I just want to grow the, the the plants. Like there's my sage went crazy, and then there's the lunchbox orange lunchbox pepper. Again, not chance to get orange, but you can eat peppers at any stage, so they're still good green. They just kind of boring. They taste like green pepper, unless they're like a jalapeno, and then they're hot. But I've actually decided I like red jalapenos. These is my Scotch bonnets. I took all it's still growing. It's still have flowers on them, but I don't know if I'm gonna get any more in these 40s and 30s. We have a few 50s coming up, so we'll see. I'll just let it do its thing. It's not hurting anything. There's my mint, my peppermint. I gotta harvest all that to save for making teas over the winter. My marigold is this one plant. This is one seed. Got so huge that it fell over, and you'll kind of see that throughout the garden. That happened quite a bit. That the marigolds got so overrun they fell over. This is my strawberry bed. You can see everything's kind of starting to brown up, but it's still producing a few strawberries. The squirrels uh, tried to get in it, and then here's my wife shot the actual culprit, little bandit. He was yelling at her for being near his strawberry patch. He was like screaming away at her and giving her dirty looks. You see his little mouth there, he's going. He's angry. And then he tries to hide, covering himself with his tail. But they were actually pretty well behaved this summer. They pretty much stayed out of my garden, except for a few times when they invaded, but they didn't do much damage at all. And I've kind of made peace with them. And they're free content for me, so I don't mind them. Um, I kind of made peace with them. I've any scraps I have from the garden, I put out there. You can see the hole. You chew them. They're not supposed to like this material. They're supposed to hate it. They're not supposed to want to chew it, but they chewed holes in it. So next spring, I'm going to build a hardwire cage that they can't get in. This was a pepper plant, the Fresno, that was inside. I took outside because I had aphids. There's a zinnia, and then she zoomed in on the kind of the one of the garden terrors of the cricket, locust, or whatever that thing is, grasshopper. I asked her if she flicked it, but she didn't. That's why I always tell her just flick it. If you don't want to smush it, flick it to get it off the. But I don't care about it being on the zinnias. I just didn't want to be on my kale. So I tried growing some more fall things in there. It didn't work. This is the Ethiopian kale. You can see it's just gone crazy. I've been harvesting a lot. I'm gonna harvest. I'm gonna let it. Supposedly they get really sweet when they get a light frost. So we'll see. More basil that I let go to seed just to attract the pollinators. My rosemary I have to save. I'm gonna take a piece and try to overwinter it and grow cracky style, and then the rest I'll dehydrate. First time ever being successful with rosemary, so I'm very proud of that. This is the no heat jalapeno. Again, they're fine. Um, they add crunch. Next time I won't grow those. I'll grow another hot pepper because that's what I'm into. This one was the gypsy pepper. I harvested all the peppers off that. And that one's pretty much done. I'm not gonna get anything else off that, of course. The basil. This is a regular basil, and it just went insane in that pot. So again, I'm gonna have to like figure out. And I tried to cage it, and it escaped the cage, fell over. And some of the basils, behaved and stayed small, like the ones you see, like the purple ones were great. They're beautiful. You can see what the frost kind of did to my fish pepper, and it put like kind of purple stripes on it. It's kind of weird. And of course, I harvested everything off that. So like I said, this garden season is pretty much done. Just like I said, I'll let a few herbs and the kales kind of continue on until the pretty much the snow falls. But everything else will be no more. But I really enjoyed my outdoor garden season, summer of 2023. I'm looking forward to see 2024. So there, okay. There's like one. I'm pretty sure. I got that one back and grabbed that one after she filmed. So that's a look at my circle here, and then we're going to the where I was growing the cucumbers and the zucchinis, and right now, so those are pretty much dead. So I do have the purple bok choy. I'm gonna harvest that. Beautiful. And there's the turnips that are growing there that are not gonna. I'm just gonna grab the tops. Sadly, I won't get any turnips. I thought I was gonna get a round of turnips, hopefully, but didn't have time. This is another monster kale plant that I've grown. It's beautiful. I'll make some harvest and save all that. Delicious in stews and soups. And I know people like I like kale young in salads, but I like it at this stage for my stews because I like the texture. The jalapenos did great up there in the basket, but I'd probably grow something else next year. My tomatoes, I've harvested a ton of tomatoes. There's still a lot of tomatoes left, and we'll see. I They might some of them were blushing, and I grabbed all the ones that were blushing. You can see again the marigold fell over. It was too heavy for itself, which is pretty funny. I didn't get any more Paul Robesons. Kind of sad about that. It was a delicious tomato, but I'll plant more of those next summer. This was the Sugar Rush pepper. Of course, not gonna get anything. And some zinnias. That was supposed to be the chocolate striped tomatoes, but as you can see, they're not chocolate or striped, but they're a nice tomato for that size plant. So might grow that inside with some kind of dwarf tomato. This was just a seed from a pepper. It was like a horned pepper from the grocery store that I just threw in there, and it produced a ton of nice peppers. They didn't get a chance to ripen, and like I said, this was a late experiment. It grew fast. This is my orange spice jalapeno. Sadly, I had to pick most of them green. I love them when they're orange. They're delicious. The zinnies, like everything's getting in the way. Again, I'm gonna plant next summer. I'm gonna plant a lot of these in their own bags. There's some okra. I tore down a lot of the corn, so I pretty much halved the size of the corn. I cut it in half so I could like see around it, and then I did it again. So it's still cut it in half again. It's still like 6 foot tall. So the corn really went huge. This is my Roma tomatoes. Did okay. Lots of delicious. Well, they're kind of mealy this summer, which I'm kind of bummed out about. Normally, Romas are a nice crisp tomato. So this is where I had my Georgia candy roaster squash. You can see everything's dead. I took all those off. I had orange hat tomatoes up top there and strawberries. And there is one kombucha squash left. It's tiny. It was weird because they kind of it was like a mutant plant where they were all tiny. They were like little baseball sized squashes, and kombucha squash is, you know, a decent acorn sized squash. So it was kind of odd. Of course, I didn't get any patty pans. Tigger melons did fine, which I don't care about. I'll never grow tigger melon again. I hate them. There's some more peppers I took from inside. There were lips. Those are lipstick peppers. But I just threw them outside because why not? And there's the monkey pepper. The sad thing about the monkey pepper is that it's doing great. It's like flourishing, and it doesn't have a chance to produce any peppers. But I'll regrow it inside, and I'll grow it outside next year too. Just showing again the corn, and there's like beans and peas and stuff in there that I'm still drying. There's one rogue mutant bean. I have no idea what it is, and I was kind of like waiting for it to dry out. And my okra, and sadly, I made the mistake because I'm new to growing okra. I'm not a fan. I live in stews and stuff. It's like a foot. Each one of those is like a foot long, and I thought, okay, that should be good enough. I can save the seeds for it. And then I, of course, Googled it, and you're supposed to wait till it's dry and brown. So I kind of wasted it. So now I'm not going to get any okra seeds. That's fine. I got tons of seeds from the packet that I grew from. So I've got kohlrabi in the bed we just passed, and walking onions and stuff in the keto raised bed. This is my sugar beets. It produced tons of beautiful leaves, but I didn't get any actually bulbs. Kind of frustrated. I wanted some sugar beets, but we'll see. So again, there's my tomatoes. I was really happy with all the tomatoes. I got pounds and pounds of tomatoes. I've been canning them, and so yeah, I will definitely do that again. Where I'll have a tomato bed. I'll have my corn Thunderdome bed. So yeah, it was a great season. All right, so basically, it's a look at my small garden, produce a ton of food for me. Very happy. And I will do it again in 2024. All right, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Have an awesome day.